I'm excited for Starfox. Now, I know that isn't the popular opinion on this, but I've seen a lot of people bash on this game, and I just wanted to give my personal opinion on the site. If you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Ashentine. I'm a VTuber who likes playing Nintendo, indie, and nostalgic PS2 2000 era games on stream, and sometimes I sing. Everyone has opinions. My own partner, while we were watching the direct together, didn't like some things, and honestly, that's fair. I wanted to give my views as someone who's never ever played Starfox series aside from random picks in Smash. I'll be giving the general consensus opinion and then my own. 1. The designs look awful uncanny. When I saw the realistic-ish art style, my first thought was, wow, they look so good! I feel like Nintendo is best known for their cartoony art style in their first-party games, which I love as an artist. The colors are so fun and the characters appeal to younger kids, especially if the character is cute-coded. Having a different art style can always pose as a risk for die-hard fans, but I feel like these characters, when you looked at them, you can tell who they are. When Wind Waker first came out, fans didn't like the cartoonist approach of art style considering what games were the predecessors. But in the end, the game became a beloved classic for its humor and gameplay. Just because the art style is different from the past doesn't mean that the game will be bad. If anything, from the gameplay and trailers that we got, it looks super fun to me. People have been critiquing it as if it was the first design of Sonic the Hedgehog in the live-action movies again. Which, no, that was uncanny and awful. Like, what are those human teeth? Sure, if you make the eyes bigger, it would make them look more like how people would envision, but I think they look just right as someone who doesn't have any background to the series. 2. I can't believe they're remaking the first game again! Well, that may be true, and instead of a new game, having a remake would be frustrating. I understand. You have to remember, not everyone has played this game. For a lot of people, it's their first time. See, my first Nintendo system was the DS, and I was like 7 years old. I was getting games like Tinkerbell, Hannah Montana, Bratz Ponies, the Mario Brothers. I was stomping Goomba. I didn't play many classic timeless Nintendo games until later on in life, mainly because my dad was more of a PlayStation fan, so I got influenced by his taste in that division, and then my personal kid one for my Nintendo early days. So this game being remade is the perfect time for me to experience it. The Switch and Switch 2 selected are some people's first ever Nintendo console. Trust me, when I worked at a retail store seasonally recently, there were many parents buying their kids a Switch 2 for Christmas. Like, it wasn't even funny. Not to mention, a bunch of people got a Switch 2 for Pocopia recently, and though it's mainly the cozy gamer demographic, some people from that would add a new game to their list for the Switch 2. This game isn't only for the old fans. It's to make new ones for a chance for Nintendo to make another in the series. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I love all the little animations and banters from the scenes that weren't in the original. And I had no idea Fox had a dad, so seeing the prologue was so cool. I was on the edge of my seat in awe watching it happen again. Like a movie. 3. It's too expensive. Honestly, $50 for a Switch 2 game is very reasonable in my eyes considering it's a Switch 2 game. I can see the dilemma since it's a remake of an old game, however I personally think they tacked on $10 because of the AR face tracking they included for the game chat that no one uses. That's just my theory though. In actuality, without that feature, I'm sure it would have been around like $40 to $45. Plus, before our Switch 2 era of video games, $60 was the normal after our 3DS era, so it feels reasonable to me. And that's my take on the whole Starfox debate. Safe to say, I think that even though people are adverse right now about the design choices and even choice of remaking the same story with extra details, at the end of the day, those same fans are going to play this game anyway. The same way I complain about Disney's choices in movie making, I know at the end of the day, I'm still like 99% sure I'm gonna see it in theaters. We as consumers and fans of series or companies want to try because the reason people are critiquing about a franchise is because they love it at the end of the day. They want the series to do well and continue to be something that stays in Nintendo's vision for years to come. I will definitely be trying this game, and who knows? I might try the older versions as well if it tickles my fancy. If you made it to the end of the video, let me know down in the comments what your opinion on the Direct was, and if it'll be in your cart soon. I stream Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays if you want to see more of me and chat about video games. I'm always happy to chat about nerdy things. Well, have a good day, have a good night, have a good wherever you are. I'm out. Bye-bye.